are way like Melo walking up here, you know.
Hi,
How you
Carmelo,
doing?
Leslie
Hey, Melo.
McCaslin.
Yes,
Hi,
sir. Good,
Coach.
man. How you doing? Thank you. You too.
So all these people out there have been waiting
I
to
know.
hear from you. We're so excited to meet you. We're so excited to see you in
Thank
a
you.
Thunder
Thank you.
uniform.
Yeah, it hasn't sunk in yet.
I don't think it's sunk in for us either.
For nobody.
It seems a little surreal right now.
Yeah,
Why?
I'm still in
Why
this.
did
I'm
you...
still in this fog right now of looking down and seeing thunder and thunder everywhere.
You got that number 7 though,
I
man.
got
That
the
everybody
number
love you for.
I got
They
that.
love that number
Carmelo, I
7.
know it's
Yeah.
been a long summer for you.
Yeah.
You weren't sure what was going to happen, and at the end you say, okay, I'm going to add the Thunder to the list of
Yeah.
teams. Why was that? Why here?
Well, to be honest with you, the Thunder was always a team that I would have considered
Sure.
coming to. Me and Russ always had a great relationship, a great friendship. Then the Paul George thing happened. It was like, okay, I see what Oklahoma is trying to do, but I just never thought that it would happen. And then it came down to the last minute, the last hour, and it was like, we have a chance of Oklahoma City might put a deal on the table. And I was like, listen, if they put a deal on the table, if the Knicks like it, then I'm signing off on it. And that's what happened at 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning.
Has it just been a whirlwind since?
It's been a whirlwind. I think it was more a whirlwind when I was back home, when I was back in New York, trying to figure out everything, just,
Sure.
being there,
camp
getting
and
close
all
to
that.
training camp. So for me, it was just more of just being in limbo, and I hate to be in limbo. And,
Sure.
I put so much work in this offseason. I'm laser focused and just ready to, kind of start this new journey that I was tired of being in limbo, and it came down to that last night, and I was like, look, let's get this deal done. So I just want to put this, last chapter behind me and start off something new. So.
Okay, I'm going to endear you early on to Thunder fans out there right now
Uh-oh.
because you beat my Texas Longhorns
I know.
on your way
I know.
to a national championship.
Yes.
You broke my heart, but all these
I'm
Oklahoma
sorry.
fans
I'm sorry.
absolutely love it.
We beat Oklahoma too, though.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
So
never
don't
mind. I
feel-
tried. I did try.
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
Okay. Melo, you talked about in your press conference just a minute ago, it's been a big distraction. It's just showing how tough you are too, man, because I used to play in this league too, and it's already just difficult enough just trying to deal,
Yeah.
I think, with the day-to-day business of this game,
Absolutely.
let alone to add another element that just won't go away.
Right.
So does it seem like, all that's behind you now? And
Yeah,
you can
it's-
exhale finally?
When I landed here in Oklahoma City yesterday, I exhaled. I took a deep breath before I actually got off the plane. I was on the plane, and we landed. And me and my team was on the plane. I let them get off first, and I kind of just exhaled.
Yeah.
And you're seeing all the flat land out here. You're seeing all the space out here, not seeing all the tall buildings and the traffic and the lights and the noise. And sometimes we need that peace. And I found peace within myself, inner peace, but still being surrounded by so much noise. I think the noise just became too loud. So being here has really made me exhale and just kind of appreciate change.
Well, you talked about also how your family goes through it too when all
Yeah.
that kind of thing is going on, where it's really out of your control.
It's out of my
And
control.
it goes into your home, your family life, and
Yeah.
it speaks a lot about how you guys are stuck together through all of that.
Yeah, you almost have to. You almost have to rely on your family. And in my case, it was my wife and my son, because she's been there with me through thick and thin. All them long nights and sleepless nights, and waking up early and can't sleep, and
3
having to
a.m.
deal
arrivals.
with that, 4 a.m. arrivals, and gotta eat, gotta have dinner, and
Yeah.
wake up in the morning and be a dad. All of those factors come into play, and I don't think the average person can understand that.
Speaking of family, you've been doing a lot of fundraising for the disaster in Puerto
Yeah.
Rico, right? Because your dad is from there.
Yeah.
Why? I guess that's the reason, but why is that so important to you?
I'm half Puerto Rican, so that's the main reason. But also, kind of just I've spent the last decade down there on the island, just giving back, and my foundation is actually based out of Puerto Rico. So, I know the people. I get a chance to be around the people, understand the people, hear them talk, and allow them to have a voice, and try to capture that and bring something back to them. The kids down there, they look up to me, and when I go down there and start putting these basketball courts back down there, it's a different feeling. So when I turn on the news now and I see what's going on down there on the island with the hurricane, it's touching, and from my standpoint, I'm going to do whatever I got to do. And I was asking everybody, whoever it may be, it could be anybody, man. We need the help. We really need the help.
Last question for me, but I know you guys all know each other. You play against each other, but what was your relationship like with Paul George and Russ before you came today?
Me and Russ was a little closer.
Yeah.
Friendship and our relationship was a little tighter. Me and Paul became close, during the Olympics. So that was a guy who I always said, man, if I get a chance to play with, I want to play with Paul George, because he was a guy who, he expressed to me, he looked up to me, and I'm like, Paul, I look up to you too. Come on, Paul, don't make me feel that old. But it was just, for me, I took it as a respect.
Sure.
It was somebody who respected me as a ball player, and somebody I respect him as a ball player, and we respect each other games. And it was somebody that I feel like I can, really thrive next to, and I just want to help him, be as good as he can, and Russ enhance his game, and those guys do the same for me. So.
Great.
Well, I got a lot of respect for you, man. Getting through that situation, staying focused. And now you start a new chapter of your life.
Absolutely.
With your family. So
I'm looking forward to it.
Welcome to Oklahoma City.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so nice to meet you.
Thank you.
We can't wait to see you out there on the floor and even at practice tomorrow. Right?